Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming at you. In this video, we're going to talk about pros versus AMs wedge play. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. Scott Hogan coming at you here. We're on beautiful Inwood Golf Course here, and we are going to be talking about the all-important wedge play, one of the critical areas of the game that I see people struggle with, and we're really good players. They have a really good chance of getting the ball up and in from these types of positions where AMs are just hoping they hit the green. Let's talk a little bit about why that could happen. So we're going to be looking at 115 yard shot here. It's actually 112. Okay, so we've got a back flag. Okay, we've got a lot of green in front of us and we are into the wind. Okay, so when I start working with people, all right, what we start looking at with wedges is this shot. They look at in this area, it's 110 yards, let's say. Okay, and they're saying, all right, I got a club, I hit 115 into the wind. Oh, I should be able to get that there with a full swing. And so they get up here and they make this giant swing. And here's what happens. Okay, if I do that, so I've got my 54-degree wedge, and I hit it, and it's a really solid strike. But that ball, the first thing it does is it gets to go really high into the wind, and that ball barely got onto the front of the green. I mean, it carried maybe 100 yards. And the reason for that is when we're hitting wedges, what happens is when you swing harder, you're just going to be increasing the spin. Again, the strike was good, but the spin starts to increase, and into the wind, that ball's just going to start to upshoot on you. So as we start looking at wedge play, what I see really good wedge players realize is they need to work on a more of a controlled shot. And this is something you saw Tiger make famous, you know, in like 2000, his famous shot at Pebble Beach, where he holed out in the Pro-Am 107 yards with a pitching wedge. That was sort of the similar idea, and what he's doing is taking spin off. When you do that, the ball flight stays lower and it's more in control. So what I actually want to do is I've got my 130-yard club, which is my gap wedge, and I'm going to see if I can get the ball back there by just making a little bit of a smoother swing. So what I'm going to do is just make a smoother feel, a little bit less of a finish, maybe almost feel like it's shoulder high, and hopefully what's going to happen, same strike, make a ball that's going to stay down under the wind a little bit. I could put the ball back in my stance. If I do that, though, I might hit down on it a little too much, and that would increase spin. The whole point of this shot is keeping spin off of the club. If you're able to do that, you're going to have a much better chance of success. So we're going to be working on that, again, with this 50 degrees. So I've got the ball in pretty normal position. I'm going to make a swing here. So we just smoothed it up there. It's right at the flag. Got there, hits, stops. It's about 10, 15 feet short. I take that into the wind to a back flag. But again, that ball was never in danger of upshooting and barely getting to the green. So working on getting your wedges under control, again, thinking about your wedge play, having a variety of shots. We don't always just say, hey, my 54 is 115-yard shot, it's and just swing hard at it. With wedges, there's a lot of fine tuning into, all right, I'm going to work a lot of speeds, a lot of different clubs, and see if I can control the flight. Hitting wedges harder does not necessarily mean they're going to go farther, because again, you're going to have to control the spin that you put on it. So that's something you're going to want to do as you go through and hit at your targets. Okay, so think about that as you're doing your wedge play. Think about that as you're working on your game. And I think you're going to find you have a lot of success getting the ball closer to the hole in these very important scoring situations. So pros, I see them controlling the spin. AMs, I see them not. And that's where they struggle. So again, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave us a comment down below, a like. That really does help. And if you're not a subscriber, we've got more product reviews. We've got more pros versus AMs coming up. So make sure you don't miss out on those things as they come out on the channel. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.